3, 2, 1. We're back. It's the Punters Show.
We're back
it's
without
Monday.
Dallas, so
we don't know what to do.
We've got young Aaron. You're running the show, Aaron. Welcome to the Punters Show, Aaron.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. I thought you meant to welcome the guest.
You're not really a guest.
But I'm not Dallas.
No.
So, what do you get to say for yourself, Aaron?
How are you, Aaron?
I'm rather well.
Is this your first Punters Show as host?
As host, yes.
How are you going so far? Not bad.
Awful, I thought.
You don't look like you're into it today.
No, I'm not.
He's had it.
I just thought, because Dallas usually has a bit of a big weekend. But he's
See.
always around, so I just thought I'd try and do the same, fit into the role.
Oh, you've had a big weekend?
Had a big weekend.
I had a big Saturday night, and I've got to say to everybody out there, you people that can get on the drink all the time and just keep going, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, you're the best, because I go to big night in the drink, and I swear to you, I'll never, ever drink again. I won't have a light beer. Water for life.
Can
Starting
we put a market,
from now.
Can we put a market on
I'm
that?
telling you, I had about, I was at a joint and he said, I have rum and coke. Oh yeah, just the usual standard Bundaberg. We've got this new one from South America. Do you want to try that? Yeah, give us a taste of that, mate. Geez, that was all right. Well, but my body, like even this morning, 48 hours later, my morning piss, fair income, I had to run from the bathroom. It stunk so bad. Well, how do fucking people just drink and drink and drink?
My experience is that people give up drink in the morning and they give up coffee in the evening.
So you're saying I won't give up the drink?
Yeah.
I'm fucking telling you, I won't be having another drink. I was awful.
What price?
$1.05.
$1.05.
Speaking of $1.05, how'd the capitalist punters feel after Saturday?
Well, going forward, this isn't like, I remember when, was it Sepoy got beaten before the Golden Slipper?
Yeah, but we never got to see that race. Remember, that was the camera broke down. It was like we saw their backs for a while.
What I'm saying is there was genuine excuses. It'd come back from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Come back from Blue Diamond,
and people like me said, well, it can't win the Golden Slipper off that run, and then were forced to eat humble pie. Capitalists not only cannot win the Golden fucking Slipper, it will be 20 to 1 in the Golden Slipper. I know you don't believe that. Well, it'll be a 21 chance, and Blake Shin will ride Defcon. There's a big comment.
Yeah,
How'd it go yesterday, Defcon?
Well, it missed the start. It sat last. Blake sat as cool as a cucumber. He thought, well, I'm in a bit of trouble here, so there's no point panicking. You got to trail up, horse pulled out, grabbed him in this road, won 110.61. As I said on the show 5 or 6 weeks ago, they think they've got one at home that's better than Capitalist. It's better than Capitalist.
Yeah.
So
I always thought it was going to be the better horse in time. It was just whether it was going to be in time for the Slipper or
Capitalist got absolutely pants pulled down, bent over, arse smacked. What do you want to do?
Well,
Is there any pool?
We're all cranky because
Is there any pool that says this horse will Slipper?
it did. Okay, there is something. There is something. It did race OSL on Saturday, and every other horse that raced
four
OSL.
horse race?
No. Every other horse that raced OSL is OSL.
Okay, I'm trying to get a pool to save it for the Slipper.
Okay, every other horse on Saturday that raced OSL finished 99th.
Okay. What are you doing, Aaron? You're supposed to be hosting.
Yeah, so.
See, fuck the whole show already.
Anyway, what result would we have seen on Saturday with a Stern and Defcon in the race?
I think the winner wins.
Well, it went well.
Really well.
It was the horse it was my horse to follow. Remember from the Canterbury
Right, it
program?
was too, yeah.
I said I really liked the way that stretched its neck.
Do you think it would have been a Stern?
Well,
Don't
a
you?
Stern, we just don't, you know,
Still
we're
don't know.
none the wiser.
Capitalist sat with it, it ran away from it. Let's stick with Capitalist. What else have you got? An SP profile going forward?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to like because it's got 2 Sydney runs, a 1,000-metre win on debut, and that run. Right?
Well,
neither of those wins. Neither of those wins.
Oh, I'm tipping Blake will ride Defcon. I haven't spoken to Blake, I don't know. But he'd be mad if he doesn't ride Defcon.
What about the fact that it pulled its head off for the first 600 metres? It's never done that in its life.
Well, it was pretty fresh, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a fucking ant.
No worries. Like that Magic Million form looked terrible.
It's an ant. It's an ant. I can't believe what an ant it is. I mean, I you know, like, I had a good result because it was forwards and I can't help myself. You know, when it was $1.33, I thought, oh, that's probably the right price. Then they're taking $1.25. It's time to get your index finger out. Lay. Because every time you're allowed to lose 600, it's 2,500 to 600. Lay. And again. Fuck, I'm sick. This was shitty. I'm going to be doing 4. Oh my god, I want 15. Lay. Index finger problems.
fascinating that aside from the horses getting beaten, the first favourite, the second favourite, the press statement, they had a lot in common, which was none of them had raced recently. Press statement raced recently, but he was second up.
He was at the mile.
Second up at a mile in Group 1.
Yep.
The first favourite hadn't raced for a while, and who knows what it had been doing.
It was coming up a PR as well.
Yeah.
And it was a very short price favourite once Calliope came out.
Yeah, $1.80.
I reckon it might have been shorter than that with the deductions.
Did you lay it as well?
No, I didn't get too involved in that race, because when Calliope came out I was confused and I didn't know what to do, so I kind of stayed out, but I made up for it in the second race.
Yeah.
And then of course Press Statement, we all thought it would win, it was a bit unlucky, but he got beat. Actually had a winning day. That's why I went out and got the piss.
There we go.
Fuck, no more piss ever, lots more winning days. Fuck the piss.
The thing I'm crankiest about is just, it wasn't until I sat down to write the column and I had a look at the race and I went, holy shit, in the Canterbury Stakes, Criterion was first up, Kermadec was first up, Happy Clapper was first up, Ecuador was first up. First Hill was second up, our boy Molokai was second up, and Holler was third up. Only was that it had 2 runs.
I was always going to get the lead.
I just really...
Racing's very easy after the...
It's very easy,
and that's
very
what makes
easy,
it
but
so appealing.
That's
what makes racing so appealing.
Yes.
Because
you think
after the race, not we don't mean, like to say to a non-punting person, I know the winner after the race, it sounds like you're a fucking idiot. But you know why the horse won.
Yeah, you can make sense. It makes sense.
You can make, yeah.
And that's what makes it so appealing, the game, which has been lost in
a long time.
Yeah.
How did you fare, Aaron?
Handled the day very, very poorly.
All right,
You're a punter.
More pressing issues. Tell me if I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. So I got booked on Saturday. Been parking at the same place on Saturday. It doesn't matter. I reckon I can't lose. But at the front of Randwick there's 4 car parking spots. It says no standing. No standing.
Yeah.
This is what it says. No standing. Let's say 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. I think they're the hours. So
Yeah.
9:30 p.m. to 3:30. 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. And then it says Randwick race days only. Well, I've been parking there on Saturdays for 2 years because I feel you should be able to park there because there's no standing there. I think you could park there every day of the week as long as it's not a Randwick race day only.
On a midweek, you mean?
Except on a midweek meeting.
Yeah.
So the side rings right. It says no standing, Randwick race days only. It should say and Randwick race days only, and there's no and. Will I win?
Yes.
Can't get beat, can I?
No.
So if anyone wants to park at the front of Randwick Monday to Friday, as long as they're not racing at Randwick, there's a spot you can park.
And don't park there on Saturdays.
And you
because
can't.
Jane wants it.
And don't park there on Saturdays. It's my spot. But fuck it, it's $248. They're fucking kidding, aren't they?
Calling it a no stopping, are they? That's 248, no stopping.
Wow.
Well, it might be no stopping. I said no standing. It might be no stopping. Okay, well, whatever. I don't know. But it says Randwick race days only. It doesn't say and Randwick.
Yeah.
So I'm sweet, aren't I? You're sweet. Yeah.
No,
good.
Glenn, we need to press you on another issue.
No, what? Oh, yeah.
Highly anticipated.
I did get assaulted.
Glenn has been assaulted.
Woman kicked me in the shin, collecting money. Do you know about this? Kicked me in the
Should I
shin, and the other one hit me with a bag and said I was the lowest thing that they'd ever seen in their entire life. And it was terribly
true.
mean. And all I did was pass an opinion. In Australia, you shouldn't be allowed to pass an opinion. Now, a bit of it was a joke, but a bit of it's true. I saw one yesterday, and I was down at Manly recovering, and he was a surfer, and I wasn't mad at him either. I was walking down the promenade at Coogee, and these 2 girls were there collecting for the
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Guide-
whatever charity.
Guide Dog Association with blind people. And they walked towards me with their little thing, and they had a guide dog with them. And I asked Dallas, I go to the airport, there's hostesses or whatever, I walk back.
Yeah.
So I go, oh,
You're gun shy.
And they had a bit of a giggle to this man walking back from us, and they said, don't you like dogs? And I just said, no, I don't like blind people. And they just went, whack, kick, you're the lowest thing. Well, I'm not mad on blind people.
They assaulted you.
They hit me.
Assaulted.
Hit me twice.
You pressing charges?
No, because they're pretty.
All right. So,
But they didn't like.
so this is sort of S&M.
Well, it's a bit like, I actually don't really like blind people.
Yeah.
But do I have to like them?
No, but Dallas.
Am I allowed to express the fact I don't like them? Yeah.
Why? But why
Yeah.
don't you like them? Can you
They
explain?
carry a big stick.
Yes, but I think there's a more pressing issue from it.
Anyway,
You're
there was-
scarred. Dallas wanted to maybe mention this. I think you've told this story before. You're a little bit scarred from an incident at a younger age.
Help me here, Aaron.
When
Wasn't
you
the
were in
clutches you
car-
wore for no?
No. I think it was. Were you in a car accident? Or something outside.
Outside the deaf, dumb and blind
Yeah,
society.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's covered in blood and they wouldn't let Mum use the phone to ring an ambulance because they were trying to cut back on excess.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scarred from that.
Yeah, so
Mum
this
was more
could be a
scarred.
deep-seated issue.
It could be a deep-seated blind issue.
This is where it is.
That's what it is for sure. Anyway, that's the reason I was attacked, and I think, I'm just not mad on. I'm not mad on it.
You know they've got a new name for our show. It's called Driving with Miss Macey.
How funny is that?
That's from Hats.
That's from Hats, and that was really clever. Hats, driving Miss Macey.
Yes, Driving Miss Macey.
That's very, very funny. And the show's going really well. I think you've got to be quick now. Can't take forever.
I think we're at Rose Hill this week. It's only like feature length. This will be good.
We'll see how that goes. And what's this Glenn's doing the big dance tournament? 20 vid on online. What did I dance something like?
No. You got into the 250k.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to get another chance to get a rebuy this week because with Top Better, and for the 20 people that want tickets out there, I'm one of them, and it's a beauty, isn't it? They're going to run these tournaments all the time, and if we get in the top 20 again, we can get ourselves a rebuy.
Wow.
This is a beauty.
Yeah.
It is a beauty.
So this is for the championships tournament,
Which
the
is
big
in a
one,
month. And I still haven't worked out exactly the format with Top Better. I'll get back to you on that. I think we're going to have a rebuy, and if we don't use our rebuy, then the money will just be credited to our account. I think. That's an I think. I'll check with that with Top Better in the next week or so. We're just trying to get the details of how it gets. But I'm in the tournament, $250,000, and I'll be playing to win. It's going to be a great tournament, and while it's going to be harder for everyone to be aggressive in such a big money tournament, you're going to have to be to win.
Inner psycho.
Inner psychopath for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to come right out. I use my inner psychopath quite easily because I just.
So where were the good moves?
Well, the good news was it's a $100 ticket, right? So if I'm going to get X amount of dollars out of capitalists, I'm going to invest my tournament money on this thing. It was an easy investment.
Yeah.
$5,000 on Weatherly, Better Bucks.
Yeah.
$3,000 on
Yeah, Tsira.
Tsira. $2,000 on the 20s chance. Mathematically, it was 5-3-2. They were like 7s, 12s, and 20s if one of them wins. Bottom on one, bang. 155 starters. I'm in second position. Didn't play all day. Never played all day. I went from second to third to fifth. Halfway through the meeting, I'm ninth. Still sweet. Got to stay in the top 20. Get to the last round in bloody Adelaide. I'm in 22nd spot. Oh damn! I've got to move all in again in Adelaide and try and find the winner. So I've got 38,000. I positioned myself at about 7 different runners. 6,000. There's 8,000. There's 5,000. Found 5,000 on the winner. $12. Back up to 60. Finish 7th. Easy way to play. That's no.
You don't get a capitalist every week.
You don't get a capitalist every week, and you don't get them beat every week. But if it didn't get beat, a rebuy.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell people out there that the way to play these tournaments is to play. I wasn't too worried about first, second, third money on the weekend because I was just so busy. But I wanted to get a brief. It's an $1,100 ticket for $100.
Yeah.
It's just enormous. There was every chance I'd finish betting after one race. Just happened I just kept sliding down the pole of life, which I'm quite used to, as you know. And but fantastic by Top Better. Like again, they're probably throwing a bit of money in again their weekend. They're throwing their money in to promote their side. I think it's fantastic. And I can't wait to play for 100,000. It'd be funny if I won.
Australia's best mate.
The money goes into Top Better if I can. Am I allowed to use that night to bet on the dog food?
Yes.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Good on you.
Okay.
So the IVR packages, what's the story here? We haven't pushed them in a while, so a good discussion with Marc would be good. What does that mean?
Dallas has written us a script here.
And he's actually put the pricing wrong. So the IVR packages, which are building up into the big group ones, where they do exceed and excel, and I believe it's $349 for the whole carnival package, and that's for Sydney or Melbourne.
Right. And this is...
Is it Sydney or Melbourne or Sydney and Melbourne?
I believe it's Sydney or Melbourne.
Okay. And we'll throw in Saturday for Flemington.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Right, well, yeah, it's grouse reading. We've been offering these for a good while, but it's just insight that you won't find anywhere else. Very, very, very clever analysis of times and the various runs in the race, and I certainly wouldn't be without it. How do you go with it?
I thought IVR was like to help you have babies, the IVR package. What's that, in vitro fertilisation, is it? I don't use that stuff, mate. I just do my
Anyway,
own.
jump on
I do
board,
my
jump
own
on,
form,
jump.
trust my eyes. That's how I read.
Yeah, of course you
That's
do.
how-
Like
That's how I-
everyone does.
I am like that too, but I actually do like these reports when you look at the Group 1s and see.
No, everyone likes things differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
people,
we've all got different tools.
Most people like blind people. I don't. So.
You don't. I know what I'm
Yeah, but form students use a variety of tools. This is not one of the tools in Glenn's armoury, but a lot of people find this very helpful.
And I respect the fact, and often I hear after the race, it's something about the IVR, and I go, wow, I should have done some work there with that, and that would have been good for me. But you live and by your own tools. My tools are limited form, get to every race meeting, watch every horse parade in New South Wales, 5 and 6 days a week. That's what I use.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Voila!
All right, we finished the show. Aaron, we've had a great show with Aaron this week.
That's great.
Fuck, that'll only do me. All right,
Now
ceramic Saturday. What are we talking
yes,
about?
track, slight irrigation. Do you want to start? This is more your forte, Marc.
Yeah, so Navesh.
Oh, where's Dallas? Out somewhere making out with him.
I think he's walking the track. with
He
him
loves
today.
Navesh.
He
You ever
loves
seen
it.
the bloke?
So they watered the track
Yeah.
the day after the previous meeting,
Yeah.
and then they watered it on Friday, and voila, rail true. We didn't want to be near the inside.
He didn't want to be in it, so the water comes down. But we
Well,
know
it's in
this.
combination with the
We know this
the
before the race
nor'easter as
one.
well.
You've only got to be. You don't have to be a pro to know
But
this.
what happened on Saturday was, because we came off the 6 metre rail in Leadersville,
Yeah.
the jockeys didn't ride it rail true in the first race.
Oh, honestly, trails stick for the inside of the
Yeah.
run. Well, jockeys aren't particularly clever.
But what about English?
So then they went, oh shit, it's business as usual. And it was back, it was reversion to mean after that.
What would you say about English's win up the inside?
Well, what
1,000
she
metres doesn't
yeah,
count
but
as
also
much,
she
does it?
built her revs in the middle of the track. She was just sitting back in the middle, like at the back of the pack, in the middle, and she built her revs up, and she just had to find the run wherever it was, and it wasn't hard fence, and it was a different matter to sitting on the fence during the race.
They're funny for the 1,000 metres too. They're funny. They're funny.
No,
little,
well,
they're funny little
the
beasts.
two horses that technically got up the inside were Libran, who raced on the rails, and English, who got up the inside. But you're talking about the 1,000 metre race and the 2,000 metre race.
And the rest of the time it was business as usual.
And the barrier draws so take away the 2,000 metre race. There's 8 races over a mile shorter, and Red Zell's 5 out of 12. That's the lowest draw of the day.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Just noticing here, we mentioned Christian Reith. He rode a couple of good races, and it was good
God,
to
he's
see.
flying, isn't he? Like
Well,
Reith.
it's so funny because we've been a bit hard on him the last 12 months, but for someone like me, I need Christian Reith riding well. He's in my price range a lot.
I watched him on Magic Alibi Camp a couple of weeks ago, and I went, wow, that was really
There he is.
cool. It was like
Yeah.
that's a top rider.
Yeah,
I'm going,
that's
oh
right.
shit, C Reith.
Well, you forget Reith, he's a top rider.
Yeah, but he goes missing a lot.
But he does go missing. I need him to be on his game all the time because he's in that $9 to $21 range a lot, and I find a lot of those horses, and I need him to be riding well. So, big tick there for Christian. A couple of good wins, and good to see him in Group 1. He did look bloody ecstatic. Sometimes when you push around a jockey's life, it's misery. You're not out having 12 bundies and eating and then
That's very off the drink for life.
Well, you can't live a normal life, so you've got to give a lot of who you are to be a jockey. So to see it rewarded with a Group 1 and plenty of cash, and I was really pleased for him. And
You'd have been happy with Boss Lane, your each way moral?
well, it wasn't each way moral, and it was a beauty for me. And whilst I would have loved to have seen it win, would have been a fat result. It was a pretty big result.
So it's
$7 a place I averaged for plenty of money,
Really?
and I did say to them, I think I'm betting this each way, but I'm also loading up the place. And top of the straight, it was just all over. It was always going to run. I saw him pull it out. I thought, here we come.
Yeah.
Here you come, big boy. Did Christian Reith ride it? Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Reith rode it.
Yeah. Oh well. It was
There's a few people, did you find it? I know Johnny Walder found it, RSP's found it.
It was hard not to put in there.
It was hard not to think it was a genuine 10.
Was that
Yeah.
2,000 metre runs remember for 2 weeks?
Randy Guineas, you put a little bit of a pot on the favourite, saying he wasn't at his best.
Yeah, well, it just wasn't quite his best. He just did a couple of little things which might have cost him a length. Maybe if he'd had that extra length in the run, sure, he was a bit I still think he should have probably won, obviously, watching the race.
Yeah.
But going forward in races, when you're $1.45, You need every box to be ticked for you to win betting in that range.
Yeah.
You need to have the perfect form, you need the good rider, you need the perfect parade, because luck in running can just
Well,
rev
the size of that field meant that there were a lot of slow coaches.
And he ran into some slow coaches, Huey. Christian on the remote when he popped up and kept Huey in, perfectly legally.
Well,
great
he was in the
riding.
running line, see, Reith, whereas Huey thought he was doing the right thing, but he ended up in the squeeze box.
He got in the squeeze box.
He needed to be in the running line.
And that's why the horse got beat. If he's in the running line, he wins. He wins by a length. But, from the parade, he was never going to win by 4 or 5 pulling away. And I always think if you're taking $1.45, you want to be on a horse that can win by 5. I don't know anyone takes $1.45.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take $1.45 me getting out of bed, especially Sunday morning after those
But that'll
fucking
never
South
happen
American
again.
runs. Finito, water for life, and the odd coffee. Water, 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 young man.
Water, water, water.
I have to keep living all the way to 55. I thought I was going to die. All right, we finished the show.
Yeah, we finished so. No, we can talk about Holler. What did you make of its win?
Well, it was tradesman-like. He was just, controlled the race perfectly. Our boy Malachi was second up, and missed the start as he had in the trials, and that.
Why did he just sit there and not put any pressure on it?
Because he missed the start. And if he put more pressure on, he gasses himself, doesn't he?
So he's already used him up to get out.
You have to catch up. You want to catch up as softly as you can.
But they didn't really go fast early, didn't
But
they?
he missed the start.
Yeah, he did miss the start, that's fair.
What I want to ask you, Marc, is how that horse traded at 480 on the fair prior to jumping. Prior to jumping, it's 480 on the fair. Prior to jumping, and then when they jump it missed the start, someone wanted 6,000 at 470. Can anyone explain that one to me?
Well, maybe they were expecting it to miss the start, and when it only missed the start by half a length.
They wanted 6,000 at 470, and I have my lay button on, liability button 1,000, which means I'm laying about 1,000 at 470, 1,000 at 280. I go, oh, click once, you can have that. I click twice. And with 6,000 we're going down to 5,700, down to 50, which is the only one laying it was me. I go, oh, one more time you can have that. And I said to my little index finger, quick, run and watch the race, you're going to do your balls here, because I was standing it anyway, but I had to keep buttering it up. Oh, it's just the sickest beast in the run. I love it. And for anybody that places 6,000 at 470 in the run after, God bless you, and you are a champion gambler, because that was just ridiculous. But I still didn't take the whole 6,000. I could have.
Where did English trade in the run?
Don't know. I went and watched that race because I was revved into the place Boss Lane, and because I was more in a place. Depends whether I'm in a win situation or a place situation. Yes, I was in a small win with Boss Lane, but I just wanted to go get the horn down the place. I was at the 300 metre mark getting the horn when I saw him pop out to the left. Got the big horn. I loved it.
Love the big horn.
The weird thing in that race, one of the weird things in that race was how steady Ball of Muscle was for such a long time before it finally got out.
And then it went. It was Gonski. It was
Like-
410, 420, 410, 420, and then 530.
Well, look at it this way. There's been four true rails dry tracks at Randwick in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
Barrier 1 is Winworth at the sprint course.
Wow. Wow. All right.
I wanted to mention one other horse, Happy Clapper.
Lovely
you
run.
make?
Well,
Love it.
yeah,
Look,
they'd
think
be
it was-
giggling after that run, wouldn't they?
Mark Thomas curl in the mud.
Do you
Love
think
it.
he was more forward than he was last break?
No, I just think he was in the perfectly right spot with condition. I think Pat Webster, he really works hard at training one horse in his stable. He loves this horse. Does a good job with it.
Well, he's got to, hasn't he? I mean, this is his hope in life.
It's and a big hope. This horse, where's its aimed at him?
Doncaster.
And
Yeah.
just ended up to his eyeballs.
I suppose, I'm not thinking Villiers fits Doncaster, but he's.
It doesn't in previous years. I think it does this year. This type of.
I think he's the right horse.
He's the right horse.
Like, he looks like a genuine.
He's like he's 3 lengths short of a superimposed style horse, I think. Same racing type.
Well, he what did he win? 6 out of his last 7 prior to Saturday,
Saturday's barrier
And-
trial.
and the loss was Gate 1, Randwick Heavy 9, first up.
There it is. Great horse. Very good horse to follow, that horse, Happy Clubber. We've talked about Osprey Frails, Lebanon Dwift. I don't even want to talk about Lebanon. I can't stand talking about Wallace Stars. They just pour the shit out of
You
me.
don't like Liverin? It still has improvement.
Well, it
though.
does. Gee, it's helpful when you know to get Beyond Thankful fit. You've got a rider like that.
What was that all about?
Well, we've seen Beyond Thankful ridden like that before.
Lead by 8. You got leave me out of talking about Wallace Stars. I hate even watching them parade.
Heavens above.
Well, I think it just did a job, but I think it was just a...
He did. It was a bit of an awkward run, wasn't it? Like he sort of made that move at the 600
Yeah.
to try and get closer, which it felt awkward to me.
Who rode Heavens Above?
C. Reef
So race.
He said a big day, Sir Reese.
and Chris Lees has had the Group 1 and the last Savro. Like,
And Savro was, I tipped the second from the mounting yard. I tipped the second for a second Quinella, and it wasn't hard to do. And $14 from Savro was terrific odds.
it's just, you watch it coming up the rise, and you go, "Fuck! How obvious is this?"
How obvious is this? Yeah, and there it is. All right.
What about then? I want to talk about Red Zell Furnaces and Bjorn Bakerfield, Egyptian symbol.
Well, that's the first time she's raced in Sydney Egyptian Symbols. She did go, because of the way they were riding the track, to draw the outside lane means that you actually have to go further back than you would normally go.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
Well,
Egyptian
way too
Symbol
far.
is a horse that's destined to be, his record is going to be all races due to temper, nothing to really do with him. If he gets
it's a filly.
If he gets the click-clack on, she finishes the race off and she'll be in the finish. She's
Yeah.
a line chaser, but it's hard to be a line chaser if you're giving them 10 and they're not walking.
But she can sit closer.
But that was the fastest run sprint of
Do you
the
think
day.
she can sit closer?
Yeah, I think she can. But she got too far. I thought run was, but I don't think she was anywhere near forward. I thought she needed to run.
Very nice
Furnace's run as he paraded. Paraded
Yeah.
awful and.
Well, he's had one run in 12 months.
Yeah. You
And
parade
he
down.
pulled up that last 100 metres. He was going backwards. Something went severely wrong there.
Righto, we finished part one now, Dallas.
Yes,
Okay, that's the end of part one.
and a part one.
No, we didn't say